This might be the last. Actually, I don't know how many y'all done seen in this shirt, but this might be my last one.
Welcome to 25 Days of Britmas. Let's get on with the video.
Hi guys, welcome you guys all back to my channel, and today I am talking about 10 books I think I want to read in January and February of 2021. So every single time I make a video where it's like my top 10 anticipated reads of 2021, my list gets somehow jacked up. Like one year, it's all the books on that list basically sucked. And then the other year, it's like all those books got moved into 2021. And because we don't really know what COVID is doing, I decided I'm gonna just take this on a quarterly basis. And so I'll probably talk about March in January, because there are a lot of books coming out in January, February time that are calling me. So I just wanted to like shout them out. Maybe you guys haven't heard of them. So let's just get into this. So I noticed that there has been an increase of social justice books involving Black people. And like I've said, I personally will not be reading them, but to the people that have been enjoying those style books, there is one coming out January 15th, and it is one of the good ones by Micah Moylite. Basically, a social justice warrior ends up killed. And again, it sounds great. The cover looks absolutely beautiful. But just in case anybody's curious, I'm still on my Black trauma not reading it. And that hits too close to home. It's a lot of Black Lives Matter activists who randomly end up dead. So again, too close to home for me. But I wanted to shout them out because I saw this cover. It looked lit, so I just wanted to share that. So there's a book called Remote Control by Nnedi Okorafor, and it says, she's the adopted daughter of the angel of death. Beware of her, mind her. Death guards her like one of its own. This book comes out January 19th. Like I've always said, I have a love-hate relationship with Nnedi Okorafor. So like, I loved Akata Witch, wasn't a fan really of Akata Warrior. I was so thrown off by Lagoon that it took me a real hot minute to read Who Fears Death, and I loved that book. Can't wait for that series if it's still a thing. So, and then I loved the Benti series as well. So I'm looking forward to this book. I've already seen the cover. It looks really, really pretty. And I just I haven't been tripped out by Nnedi in a minute. So why not? Come mess me up, girl. Because I know you're going to anyway. So come on. Another book that honestly, the cover grabs my attention and then the premise got it on the list. It comes out January 5th. It is Persephone Station by Stina Leitch. I think it's Leitch. Not sure. It says, take a space opera for fans of The Mandalorian and Cowboy Bebop in this high-stakes adventure. So like I said, I'm not a huge fan of them taking other things and throwing it into a book. But because of the cover, because of that, and then all the different subcategories that it's in, I am intrigued. I don't really know much else about the book, and I'm kind of keeping it that way on purpose. So we'll see. But I can give you a rundown, so hold on. So it says, Persephone Station, a seemingly backwater planet that has largely been ignored by the United Republic of Worlds, becomes the focus of the Siora Orlov Corporation, as the planet has a few secrets the corporation tenaciously wants to exploit. Rosie, owner of Monk's Bar in the corporate town of West Brenner, caters to wannabe criminals and rich earther tourists of a sort at the front bar. However, exactly two types of people drink at Monk's back bar: members of a rather exclusive criminal class and those who sought to employ them. Angel, ex-Marine and head of a semi-organized band of benefit criminals, wayward assassins, and washed-up mercenaries with a penchant for doing the honorable thing, is asked to perform a job for Rosie. What this job reveals will affect Persephone and put Angel and her squad up against an army. You get it? Like, it's still a little war. It got a little Marine in there. You know, Marines touch my heart. So it's something different. And then I think, let's see, the categories for this book are adult sci-fi, which, again, trying to add more adult into my life. LGBT, queer, space, fantasy, space opera, queer lit. Okay, those are all the genres. If you're interested, that's what it looks like. Go check it out. Another book that comes out January 19th is We Free the Stars. It is by Hafsa Fazal. It is the second book in the Sands of Araria. Araria. It's the second book. So I read the first one of this series because of Amber, which is We Hunt the Flame. So I'm going to finish it. The cover is really pretty. It's purple. And I didn't think this book was terrible. And I have questions that I would like answered. So this one comes out on the 19th. So I'm hoping that I can buddy read this with Amber. But knowing Amber, she will probably read this book as soon as it comes out. So I need to talk to her before she gets it to tell her to hold on. So a book that comes out January 26th, and it's a debut novel. It is Wings of Ebony by J.L. I should point out, I actually won one of the giveaways on Goodreads to get this book. So I don't know when they're actually going to send me my book, but I hope it's like a little bit earlier than the release. However, I just want to talk about this cover. When I first saw this cover, I wanted it as a poster for one. And then two, I was like, okay. Like, I'm gonna read it. So according to this, it's a teen girl from Houston, a black teen from Houston whose world is completely turned upside down when she learns of her godly ancestry. And so she basically has to learn how to use her powers. And it says, make a way out of no way is just a life for Rue. Sorry, they're doing construction across the street, building another house. It says, when her mother is shot dead at her doorstep, life for her and her younger sister changes forever. Rue's taken from her neighborhood by the father she never knew, forced to leave her little sister behind, and whisked away to get Gaizen, an hidden island of magic wielders. Rue is the only half god, half human, aka demigod. I don't know why we didn't just say demigod, where leaders protect their magical powers at all costs and thrive on human suffering. Miserable and desperate to see her sister on the anniversary of their mother's death, Rue breaks Gizan's sacred do not leave law and returns to Houston, only to discover that black kids are being forced into crime and violence, and her sister Tasha is in danger of falling sway to the very forces that claimed their mother's life. Worse still, evidence mounts that the evil plaguing East Row is the same one that lurks in Gizan, an evil that will stop at nothing until it has stolen everything from her and everyone she loves. Rue must embrace her true identity and wield the full magnitude of her ancestors' power to save her neighborhood. Okay, so basically what I'm hoping is that, like, yes, like the drugs and violence thing is a thing. Okay, cool. I'm hoping that there is a different level of beauty to this story, where I obviously, y'all know I love that I get my strength from my ancestors vibe. I definitely love that. So I hope that is something that is really focused on, and I hope that the magic system is really described. I want to feel like I've been taken to this Guzan place as well. So I'm hoping that this book does not let me down. Another book that comes out, it is the third book in the Night Versus series. It is A Crown So Cursed by L.L. McKinney. I have no clue what to expect from this book, because the way that the second book ended, in my personal opinion, it could have been a duology. But I could think about it and I'm like, okay, they did technically allude to something in the second book that I guess it could be expounded on in a whole other story. But her books are fairly short, so I just don't know what to expect. And then I would read it to y'all, but like I don't want to spoil it. So again, if you're unaware of the Nightverse series, the first book is A Blade So Black, which again I recommend. It's basically Alice in Wonder. It's an Alice in Wonderland reimagining where you have dreamwalkers who fight nightmares that are fears manifested from the real world into Wonderland, and they fight with weapons of all the variety, and they come from different gates all around the world. So yeah, get on it if you like it. If you don't, that's cool. So as of recording this video, there are only 2 books in February that I will be concerning myself with, and one of them I already have. So the first one is The Gilded Ones by, I never say her name right, by Namina Forna. I already have this because I received the foil beautiful arc version from Owlcrate. So I will actually be reading it finally. It's been sitting on my shelf just staring at me anyway. So I will definitely be reading it in February because I want to read it or closer to the release date so I can kind of boost it up a little bit more, because that was a book that was supposed to come out last year but got pushed back because of all the COVID thing. And this is her first novel. So I wanted to do well. And I think she's already started on the sequel. So we'll see. But yeah, The Gilded Ones. Last year, I was introduced to an author went by the name of Rena Barron, and I got my hands on Kingdom of Souls. And was it last year? Either last year, it was the year before that. Basically, we're getting Reaper of Souls, which is the second book in the Kingdom of Souls series. And considering how joyful I was after reading the first one, I need the second one. I don't really need to give you a premise. If you've never read Kingdom of Souls, basically the main character tries with all of her might to figure out what's going on and why children are going missing in her city. And the answer to that and what happens is not the answers you would expect. So go take that ride before February so you can come take this Reaper of Souls ride that you're taking with me. Because the mess that she left us with at the end of Kingdom of Souls, I was like, ma'am. Also, this cover, they better keep this style cover for the entire series. I don't want it changed to some little cartoony thing or a design where they completely take the black character off the cover because it sells better in other countries. Like, how about we just call out the racism in other countries instead of giving them covers that softens it? It's still a black character in the book. Why can't we? I will save that rant for another day. With that being said, I would like to know, what are some books that you guys are looking forward to reading in the year 2021? Leave them down below in the comments section. And until the next time, guys, bye.